people don't realize that. Even when it comes to the technology, AI, education, any sector, you're touching the human life, touching the hearts of the people. There it makes the difference.
If you are the person who are not adopting the new way, you are still stuck on the old technology, then you will be
That is the point.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the AI First podcast, where we dive deep into the world of AI and understand its impact on businesses and how they are embracing AI. I'm your host Regan Rodriguez, and I am joined with the CEO and founder of IANA, Mr. Rajiv Roy.
Hello everyone.
A technologist and with over a decade of experience in building technology solutions. And today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Munir Al Wafa, a well-known figure in the Malayali community as well as the business landscape in Dubai. He has over 2 decades of experience in Dubai and he is an AI expert. And we are thrilled to have you, sir, here today.
Thank you so much, and it was a very nice introduction, Ari.
Today, we'll delve deeper into their journeys and how AI is affecting businesses in general. We'll understand their perspective and we'll understand how businesses can embrace AI and make it work for themselves. So it's an absolute pleasure, gentlemen, to have you both over here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Henry, and you are really, very handsome and very presentable, and you have the energy to take this over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Munir. Mr. Munir, just to begin with, I've got to say your journey has been nothing short of inspiring. See, you've built an incredible range of businesses, from tech ventures to building community platforms, and even in the education sector. Yeah. So you've established yourself as a motivational speaker, a trainer, and a TV presenter, a radio presenter. So how are you juggling all of these roles? And you are also an AI expert.
See, it's all about your passion. When you feel that whatever we have done is not enough, and the moment you come up with something, and you feel like this is something which I need to do.
Okay.
It's not only for me or myself. It can be someone for creating the job opportunities in one side and helping the people always. I got it from my mother. My mother is always the softest woman on earth. If you ask me, that's my mother, and I get it from her. And in that, helping people and, extending arms to people in any which ways. Not only money, sometimes a smile, sometimes, a good words. And that's what when you say, I'm not a motivational speaker and all, but when you say that motivational, that kind comes from me. Like, when you're sad, I can't just sit idle and say, okay, let him be sad. No. I'll come up to you. I'll say, hi, why are you sad, man? What is this? Why you want to be? I had the similar situation. I come up and, I've done all those things.
That's nice.
Then he gets, energy. Yeah, man. This is something interesting. This is how then people say that, okay, you're a motivational speaker, but I'm not. But actually, when I feel people come to me for many things, like for example, last week I had an incident. A parent came and mother and father with a 12th grade girl, and she had gone through such a very difficult stage of her life, and she was not talking, she was not studying properly, not eating properly. They just came to me. I sat with them 3 hours, and especially with the girl for another 1.5 hours. Then after that, they were hugging each other, they were smiling and jumping and going in. I didn't do anything specifically, but I was just understanding her and giving her some of my experience, life experience, and I saying that you are the best and you can do many things. Put your goal set and do this. Then she was said, sir, nobody was talking to me like this language. My dad was a policeman at home.
Okay.
She was always, behind me.
District,
what are you doing? What are you, to whom you are messaging? See, this is what I was telling to the parent. Man, you have to be a friend to her. You don't need to be a parent. Don't be a policeman. Don't be a military man at home. Give her some time. Take her out. Whatever let her go. Where she's going to go. Maybe she'll have a boyfriend. That's it. Nothing more than that. Even whatever happens, what is going to happen? It's not going to end life.
Yeah.
Life is only once. You have one time in life.
Exactly.
You have one opportunity.
Exactly.
You won't get a next chance or second chance. So take care of her. And even if it's not studying, Zuckerberg was not studied. Bill Gates was a dropout.
Yeah.
Who is not Steve Jobs was a dropout. She can be one of the many who is successful in life. So why are you? Then he realized that, okay, this is what, then he was convincing to her, he was confessing, I'm sorry.
Then he understands there is another world.
There is another way of dealing. Then he said, yes, this is what happens. This is how. I'm so sorry. I felt like that. I could not understand. They had a very healthy discussions like this, on the table. And mother was crying, in fact. Mother was telling me, Munir, see, they were like enemies at home. Father was enemy to daughter. Daughter was enemy to father. And it is just, and he was telling always on. She said, I am the best student in my class. Baba, have you ever come to my school? Have you ever, checked with my teachers, am I a good student or no? You have a prejudice. You are a prejudice that you are always thinking about my daughter should be like this, 1, 2, 3. Why you are?
So that's really like an inspiring thing, because your passion is not just technology. Your passion is about connecting people.
Now you are seeing. See, we came to talk about technology, but when I talk something, it goes somewhere, where people get connected to each other. They feel like it's about me. Yeah, I have back home the same thing. My father was like that. My daughter is like this. It get connected, because that is a scenario in the whole world. People don't realize that. Even when it comes to the technology, AI, education, any sector, you're touching the human life, touching the hearts of the people. There it makes the difference.
True.
Even if AI, without a human, there is no AI.
Definitely.
AI is not replacing human. I'm just getting away from the topic, but this is how I am. Like
that's really well put.
This is why you are seeing like multitasking, same time doing this. I just like, see, end of the day, touching the life of the people is my passion.
Nice.
And my new book is coming up on AI for business.
Oh, okay.
And within 2-3 weeks, it is in the publishing, thing, and it will be available on Amazon as
well. So this is your first book?
First book.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying since years.
Okay.
But, this is very difficult to find time to. And I thought, awareness of AI is very important in the market, especially for businessmen.
Okay.
So the first book is AI for business.
I have already published 4 books. All are available in Amazon. My new book is coming, is AI First World.
Oh, great.
So we want to make a new world where the AI will be there and the human will be there.
Wonderful. And it's very, very, very interesting to know that you're an author. Especially from your part, from Kerala and Bengal, there are so many similarities in the movies. They create the best movies in the world. The content,
that's true.
The books and writers, authors, it's there in the blood. Yes,
Rick. And it's really interesting that not just technology, you all both are authors as well, and you get the creative element to your businesses as well. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Many people are genuinely concerned that AI is taking over the jobs. So this is something that you touched on earlier.
Yes.
And people are saying AI at the cost of what? At the cost of livelihoods of people. And for example, there's a report by Goldman Sachs that estimates that around 300 million full-time jobs worldwide will be affected in the next 5 years. So what is your take on AI replacing jobs in general? I'll open the floor to both of you.
See, from my point of view, AI is not replacing the human. Okay. The only thing is that when you have a cycle, how if you want to travel, you want to know how to ride the cycle. When the cycle goes to the motor, then you have to know how to ride that motorcycle. When it comes to the car, then if you want to commute, you have to know how to ride the car. When the new technology comes in, then you have to get accustomed with that. You have to learn how to use it. Then you will not lose a job. You're an accountant, for example, and you know how to find the forecast. You know how to do this using Excel first. Now you can use the different technologies and different platforms wherever the softwares are. Then you are okay. Those people who were reluctant, hesitant to and adapt the technology, they were out. Now the same thing. Learn AI, learn how to use it, maximize your productivity. Instead of you check into 1 day or 2 days accounts in 10 minutes, now you can do it for 10 days. Everything is going in fault because that repetitive tasks will be eliminated. That can be used, minimized using AI technology. That eases your job. So that you checking the accounts, seeing the forecasting, you do in a whole day. Instead of that, do it in one hour, and rest of the time you can use the other productive things for your company.
That's true.
So it is not replacing the jobs, but it is adding value to your existing job, but provided you should learn how to use it.
But I have a different opinion on this thing though. What is happening here? So just think about the normally freelancer. Lots of people was writing an article, content writing is a big job. But just whenever the chat GPT came in the market, immediately we see there is actually a huge shutdown actually of their business. So there is no content writing, nothing. No one about talking about the text-based content anymore. So huge amount of people actually are deprived of the getting the business, right? So they are not become a AI expert.
Listen,
so they are not getting actually this thing. So what happened there?
I understand your point. See, I have another point of view here. My POV is different in this. I understand. For example, you are a content writer. You are creating a content for the people to read.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you are going for example, you create one blog in a day. In a month, you create 30 blogs for 30 customers. Okay. Now, what happens when you ask the content writer? You said, "Are you using chat?" No, I don't use ChatGPT. I am a creator. I create myself. Who needs your creative when I have another option for it? Instead of 30, how many billions of websites are available in the market?
Yeah.
Instead of creating 30, you create 300 blog posts. Use the technology. Where is your job lost?
No, but the thing is that people are paying the money for that.
Yes,
People
this
are
is
not
what I'm
paying the
telling you. You
money.
don't need to, because I'll tell you, for 30 blog posts, you are getting 100 dirhams per blog, 3,000 dirhams. Okay, you create 300 blog posts, you take 10 dirhams per blog, because your effort is that much only. Where is the job loss? See, this is how you have to adopt a technology.
Again, think actually in a different way. Suppose that you are saying that, okay, blog posts, actually the number of blog posts is going up, right? So then it will be fruitful. Just think about recently the ChatGPT launched SearchGPT, right? They are actually changing the whole searching environment. How the Google work, there is a blog is very important for the Google. But how the SearchGPT is working, blog is not very important factor for that, right?
I understand.
So it's actually completely disruption. What I'm saying actually, I'm not saying that, okay, there is no new job opportunity is not creating. I'm not saying that. It will be creating. So almost the same amount of job opportunity will create, or maybe more. But what is happening? The people who are actually adopted in some technology, some kind of work, their business is going to be closed down. Some new business will come up.
And I'll tell you.
Problem is here. If you are the person who are not adopting the new way, you are still stuck on the old technology, then you will be
that is the point. Yeah. That is the rightly said. See, you are not losing the job unless you are showing your face back. You're backing from the reality. Yeah. If you run away, you are the loser.
Exactly.
Rather, for example, at the same time, typical scenario, a blog post. We were using writing blog post. Now you can embed video, which is created again by AI.
Yeah.
You talk and create this thing. You don't write it. Instead of that, you just speak and it will convert into text.
Exactly.
And so you can create n number of new things instead of one normal blog post.
Exactly.
Then it will become more effective.
Means what happening actually, the market actually become more efficient, right? With the same time, they can actually create more and more efficient market. We are actually building with AI.
Only way to overcome this is get educated, get trained, and find the new tools and ways to adopt the new technology. You will be a winner. You will not have a loss.
True.
Because jobs are plenty in the market. When I know, for example, you are a PHP developer, you are a Microsoft developer, you have new stuff coming up in the market.
Yeah.
Learn it. And shortage of AI developers are still in the market.
Yeah, huge amount.
Because
we are developing the AI now. We can feel that, okay, what is the level of the AI shortage? And also misconcept in the market. What happened? Who actually training the people, training the student and giving the direction. They are giving us some different idea. Okay, we need a prompt engineering, and they are showing the prompt engineering in such a way. It is a very simple tools how can do this thing, but in exact life, in a real life, it is not like that. You need a more advanced level prompt engineering, which need actually more structured educational system, which is not available at this moment.
True.
Yeah,
it's true. See now, recently, Mr. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, he was telling 25% of the code is generated by AI. That means that doesn't mean that the whole 25% of the workforce is not is eliminated. It's not that. It is that, but it should be reviewed by the coders. So the coder, the software developer should know how to review the codes generated by AI. Then you still have it, because Google will be developing new stuff.
Let me tell you, on this respect, we have a 65 developer, and everyone must have a paid version of the ChatGPT. That is the mandatory for everyone. Why we are doing? When they're writing the code, they don't need to write by themselves. They don't need to test it. Let ChatGPT do it, and then you just go for implementing that thing in our real solution.
It's true.
So, but human, we can't avoid it. There is
No, human is important.
Human must be there, because ChatGPT don't understand everything.
Who loses the job is that who are reluctant to adopt the new technologies will be out of this.
Definitely.
That is the challenge. That you have to see. This is what if you are in technology, it's like swimming. You are in the well, then you have to just somehow you have to go to the next bank.
That's true.
There is no option. You cannot stop in the middle.
You need to hop in different places.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So this is the whole thing in technology. If you're coming into the technology, you're immersed into that, you have no option.
The message is to keep learning and keep adapting to the new technologies, not just be stagnant.
And one thing is that, you see, even in any technology, there are certain niche you have to find. If you find that niche, you will be a winner. If you want to grab everything together, it is impossible.
It is impossible.
So people overwhelm me. Like when you say one tool that, okay, I can create a website. Another tool, I can create a PDF. Third tool, I can create a video. Fourth tool, see, you cannot be a master in everything. Then thinking and practicing, the whole life will be, lost. Instead of that, be specific in certain things. Okay, I'm a creator in a video. I can do video creation for these things. And specifically, the huge opportunity is lying ahead of you.
Yeah.
Check out even in Dubai, for example, how many companies are adopting AI now? Percentage-wise, very, very less. Though we are saying AI is a buzzword, AI is everywhere, AI is your life, AI is lifestyle, but unfortunately,
Still. There is a problem is there. They don't know actually how to adopt it.
this is where we have to come up with.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is the problem actually.
And this is exactly where we'll be heading forward in the discussion. And it's really fascinating because we had a similar debate when in the 2010s, when the digital revolution sort of happened.
Yeah.
And every business which was offline, it went online. Everyone had to digitalize. Many people lost their jobs.
I still remember the one of the most fascinating character of my life in technology, Bill Gates. Once he said, like, there will be only two type of people in the world. One is doing business online, and one is doing nothing.
That's really
Years back, and I think 35 years back.
I started my career in 1996 when I started developing my first software programming. Yeah, at that time we are only developing the desktop. The moment I saw that internet come and you can build a software for online, and that at that time the language was ASP, from the Microsoft.
Yes.
And when I wrote my first line of the code, and I feel that this is the future. I can control the customer software from my home. I don't need to go to my customer house to do this thing. So that is the miracle. And after that thing, I launched my first software company in 2003. Yeah, and from that time that we start developing the only online software, no desktop, no nothing software, and our support will always be online.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty. And from where to where we have come up.
True.
Now you are controlling the whole thing is sitting here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And do you see sort of the parallels with the same thing that happened in the digital revolution with the AI revolution that is happening right now?
The one of the very important revolution was on internet. Internet was the revolution. Yeah. After internet, AI is the next biggest revolution. For me, it's going to be. It is not a technology. It is not a science. It is a lifestyle. AI is becoming a lifestyle.
You can say that way, but AI is a revolution. Definitely, there is no doubt. But business need to be adopted. And the technology company like us, just Roix or some other big company, they need to actually make the tools for the businessmen to adopt the AI. Otherwise, it will not be happen. You saw that in Metaverse game actually, Facebook actually changed their name to Meta, and whole world actually start believing that the world is going to be in a virtual because they are just come out from the COVID. But what happened that Metaverse company are not able to adopt the Metaverse, and that's why it is not going further. Still, we are using the game in augmented reality. The PlayStation has augmented game actually is there. So, but it is not actually going forward because the company not adopted.
Yeah.
That need to be done.
I say, see, from my point of view, here comes the importance of OpenAI. The ChatGPT's entry in the market has made the whole AI very simple and easy and accessible to the common man. When Meta came, when all those, it was requiring the huge set of tools and resources and hardwares and stuff like that, which is way beyond reach accessible to the common man. See, when you have something which is why Facebook, why Google, why Microsoft has become so popular and so adaptive, because of the accessibility of those tools by the common man. If it is not meant to be a common man, it is going to be a win. So here itself, like for example, now when it comes to different technologies, okay, and the government is really coming up with that. Every single person has to log in, go online, and even submitting the visa and getting the license by yourself, you can do it online. So this is where we are different, and AI is becoming so common. Every single person's single life, everyday's life is connected to AI.
True.
Sending an email back to your customer, putting it on, boom, within seconds you have done it. Writing a letter to your girlfriend. My girlfriend is so and so. I want to,
write a song for her.
Simple. Every single thing. Ethics, non-ethical, unethical, all practices are happening.
Yeah,
but it is touching your life because of the ChatGPT. ChatGPT is
it made it very accessible to everyone.
That is what the revolution.
That is true.
So you can't get away from that. By all, now ChatGPT has become a search engine as well.
Yes.
So it is something. It is not alarming because the way Google is coming up with something else. They are not sitting
at the time Yahoo was there.
Yes.
And how they are actually directive based actually the search result. Google has changed actually fully dynamic search result.
Yeah, and one thing is that they are not competing. None of these giants are not competing. They are collaborating. Apple is collaborating with OpenAI. Microsoft is already an investor in OpenAI. So they are all collaborating.
Okay.
So this is the new, even for businessmen, I say, you rightly said, businessmen has to be trained. They should know. For example, if you take digital marketing, you require an ad manager, you require a creative designer, you require a graphic designer, you require a content writer, you require a videographer, you require an editor. These 5 things you can do with AI with one person.
True.
What happens is that, see now, if you look at a scenario, a landscape of 100 businesses in Dubai. Out of 100 businesses, 30 people or 20 people will be using digital marketing by adopting the agencies. 80% are not even doing anything. They are not even in Google if you really search for it.
Yeah.
They are not even having a proper page in Facebook because they don't feel that it is necessary, one thing, and they feel that it is very high cost. There you come with the AI. There you come with AI. AI, you change, you spend $10, maximum $100 in a month. Subscribe all the relevant tools. Start learning it, using it. You're done. Your 10-year-old boy at home can do it.
Yeah.
And your daughter who is, jobless in the university can do it. And your mama, your uncle who is sitting at home retiring, he can do it.
True.
As simple as that. So only thing is leverage the opportunity what is coming in your way. Use technology. Be open to that. Be very wide open. Keep your eyes, ears and all open that what is coming in. See, normally people what they think. They think if you do something, I will think, how can I do the same thing? I copy you. I compete with you. I'll end up in miserable life. Rather, what should I think? I am doing my business. How can I use your expertise and technology to leverage my business to the next level?
Exactly.
This is what we need to do.
This is what
rather people are doing it. I want to copy you. I want to be like you. I cannot be like you. No. You cannot be like me. I am a unique. You are a unique.
Everyone
where we can collaborate, where I can use your techniques, where I can grow myself in a way that I am expertised.
True.
People, what they think, the lower, people like wise people, they think that I want to copy you. And I want to be a competitor. He is making money, I can make in the same way. No.
By copying, you can't be the competitor. You just be always be behind them.
Yes.
Always. That's not possible.
Because you're following someone at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And-
what happens is people's mindset has to be changed in a way. When AI comes, you are not the ruler. And you are not someone who can control. It's completely out of your hands. You take your hands off and see what is happening, adopt it for yourself, and you cannot keep everything coming in your way. Whatever in your way, do it, move on. Do it, move on. 60, 70 years of our life. Now in our generation, maximum 20, 30 years. 40 years at the max. So these years, how do you utilize it for the community, for the next generation and everything? That's what we need to do.
Exactly.
And here, one of the very lucrative business in terms of AI is the training. Train the people. Train every single company how to use it. That's a very lucrative business.
And that's a really good point you touched upon, because I want to understand about this concept of experts in the industry. So like you spoke about, Mr. Rajiv, earlier about the metaverse. When the metaverse came, there were so many people who said they are like the chief metaverse experts. They are the chief metaverse officer. They are this experts, that experts. So now that AI is coming along, there are self-proclaimed people saying they are AI experts. They are putting it on LinkedIn. They are putting it everywhere. I want to understand from your perspectives what it truly means to be an AI expert, and how can you genuinely help businesses in adopting AI, as you rightly said before.
Yeah. You have anything to say on that, or?
Means it comes as a trend actually. Whenever any new thing is come in the market, so everyone actually change their designation. Yeah, especially lots of consultant. You can see that like a digital consultant is there, metaverse chief metaverse officer, metaverse consultant, AI expert, AI specialist. What actually I am feeling that that to be the AI expert, you need to actually really use that you are adopting the AI, and you need to check that how it is impacting yourself first. Once you've done it, then you can actually say the other people, you can actually follow my way. But it doesn't mean that he is the expert of everything, because AI is actually very vast thing, huge thing. One part you are using the AI, but suppose think about you are very good in the ChatGPT. It doesn't mean that you are expert in all kind of ChatGPT prompt, right? Maybe I can write some better prompt in my field, or some other cases, some kind of, suppose our solution, we are using the AI for different purpose, right? So boosting up your business, you can increase your sales, actually you can increase your customer support. We are adopting the AI in a different perspective. So our expertise, we can say that our expertise is only on that part, that only this is the part. But whenever actually I'm actually worried, actually those kind of people who actually always say that they are expert, and they start training the other people, because they are claiming the expert to get the training business. Right? I'm not confident actually about those kind of people. What do you think?
See, here it's a buzzword where you market yourself. This is just for a marketing purpose. You see in LinkedIn, you see in FB, used in everywhere, expert. That is for the marketing purpose. Every single company say that I am the best, for example. So that is just for a marketing purpose. And how you take it, it's up to you. Before you jump into anything, before you go for a training, before you give a job to him, you understand what is he doing, how he is doing. That is your intelligence. Okay. Expert can be in anything. For example, in India, you have a panchayat, you have a district, you have different, and every president is the president of that area. You cannot say he's not he's a president. He's an Indian president, he's a panchayat president, he's a jilla president, he's a district president, whatever, however it is, that is a president. So expert can be in a different level. He can be an expert. We cannot say he cannot be an expert, but he's doing it. It is AI, of course. He's an AI and he's doing this and he's an expert. So we can't say not to, we can't deny them that they are expert in their own particular thing.
But how they're defined as an expert actually?
Is it
not actually the false information going?
No, it's not false. Actually, it is a way that you give an attention, grab an attention from the people.
Okay,
that's it. It's a marketing
strategy.
You say we have a best food in this restaurant. Do you agree with them? Because you are a vegetarian. I'm talking about a non-vegetarian restaurant. You agree with me? No. So, but you cannot say they are not expert, they are not the best. They are the best in their own way. You are the best in your own way. I am the best in my own way. So everybody has that expert tag when they know something, and it's a purely marketing stunt.
Okay.
It's completely on marketing.
And do you feel that people, AI experts, they have a responsibility towards the whole industry, and
No,
because businesses look up to them,
I
you
understand.
get the attention.
I understand.
What do you do with it?
And I ask one question: what do you mean by the AI revolution is not yet started in a way? So how can I be an expert? You can be an expert in any field. Rather, See, so it is something which is something beyond our imagination. But for time being, for certain limits, we are an expert. We can say you are an expert. Okay. So other than that, so first of all, the education, the information, the data giving to be very genuine.
Yes.
That is for important, and that makes you an expert for others. They will call you an expert, not you.
And at this moment, whatever the Regan actually is happening in the market, the university are also not actually equipped properly. Even if you see the university curriculum, all the AI curriculum and everything, they are not actually the up to the mark level. So how the ChatGPT is working and what university is teaching is completely different.
No,
so they are not even they are not able to generate the AI expert.
There is one point. For example, I don't know, have you noticed? When you notice the back in our country or anywhere in the world, the syllabus of university or the book what they are taught is, it is not like you are posting a blog in LinkedIn. It is not creating a video in I know this, so it has to be taught in the university. No. University syllabus has to be selected by a lot of process. I cannot say university they teach today this thing and tomorrow it's wrong, as we say in the normal way. That is the reason they have years of, but still Dubai has become the first country which has an AI department, ministry.
AI minister and new university launch AI university also.
And because we are very fast in technology.
And we have a launch AI campus in DFC.
And other countries, many of the countries, this university syllabus and those things are ruled by all the school people. And they are little showing adaptability problem.
Have you seen actually the AI university, the curriculum what they have? Have you seen that actually? If you see that, I'm still believing the algorithm, because I'm coming from the technical background, so I know the deep.
No, we know when we used to learn,
AI is working.
We used to learn about semiconductors and stuff like that. In our
so even if you see there actually the education is still they are showing how to use the Python actually to do the face detection or some kind of algorithm, how to go to the straight line algorithm, those kind of still they're actually teaching in their curriculum, which is actually so backdated for this now.
Raja bro,
the way
I have a very strong contempt on this, because university is not the place where they teach you to be practiced in the real life scenarios. They are showing you a culture. They are teaching a culture. They are teaching you a co-educational system. They are teaching you certain level of your patience, temperament, and there are so many things that university teaches you. But when you come out of teach, you go for internship for 6 months. That you choose yourself where you want to be. That 6 months internship or 1 year internship make you the right person where you choose your path. Where to next. So universities can be only in the way that it should be the fundamental structure has to be laid on properly. They cannot go wrong. But in the new technologies, anything can be wrong tomorrow. Because I say today, this is the technology, tomorrow it can be that volatility cannot be adopted by any university in the world.
But that's the thing they need to actually work it out now. Because the thing we see that AI is not actually new thing. AI actually from 2022 or 2021 is actually fully changed. And what actually we are developing a new kind of intelligence. One now LLM, what we are saying is it's a new kind of intelligence. It's actually a large language model, huge amount of databases using to make the intelligence. There should be some other way of making the intelligence. Just think about, I told you before also, think about a kid, say a small kid, when they are talking, they have a small limited knowledge, the limited actually information. But with that thing, he can still talk with us. We can still communicate with them. So how he is actually processing? It's a different kind of intelligence. human brain is completely different level. Whenever he is actually grown up, whenever he is with our age, with a 30, 40 years old, they have a vast amount of information. Their knowledge is different. But our intelligence, how he's grown up actually, is completely depends on how big your data is. And based on that, if the LLM, if the number of token, if you make it less than a billion, it will not actually answering like how it working. So this is a new kind of intelligence process need to be generated. And our educational system, why I'm saying this thing, educational system need to train them how to build new kind of things. Not only that, how actually the predecessor done, and how actually adopting the only the current one. Also they have to think about how to new innovation is possible and how it is possible. If you are thinking that okay, your all university teachers, they are actually writing still the same kind of curriculum, it is not possible. You need to bring the industry expert who is actually recently working with the thing, and that need to be built on the university.
See, I truly understand. See, when I come back to the point in an expert, becoming an expert. Okay. All the the top guns in the market, check on all the coders, all the software developers, all those technical CTOs and stuff like that. Check every single person. Have they have gone through any technical expertise training from their university when they studied?
Not that level.
No.
True.
And they have all gained through the experience and the training after universities.
Yes.
Because it was not that university did not have the capacity to teach them. It was that is a system we normally taken, because universities cannot be volatile in their syllabuses over the period of time. Yearly they cannot change. There is a huge system which is fundamentally trusted by millions and a certified agency. But after that, it comes a 6 months course, 1 year course, 2 months, then your intelligence works according to that. That is one thing. Second thing is an expertise. For example, now 10 tools. For example, when you take the same scenario, InVideo, Fireflies, certain other elements which are very easy to use. And you expert in that. You're an expert. You know how to work on it. Like for example, back in our time, MS Word, Excel. And PowerPoint. You're an expert, you get a job.
True.
And you become an expert in that. And you become a master in that. Doesn't mean that you're an expert in technology. You're expert in using that AI. It's AI tools wherein you will be supporting n number of SMEs in the field. Then you become a master. It is... For them, he is the master than a technologist or a scientist.
Okay.
He is the master, he is more than a data analyst, more than a data scientist, more than an AI engineer, more than an AI scientist. This guy who knows 10 tools to work on, he is the master for him. He kam aa jayega uska.
But just to elaborate on this point, on this debate, Mr. Rajiv, you are saying where do these kids learn these kind of new techniques?
Exactly.
And this new kind of businesses that, those new skills that you mentioned about earlier, where do the kids learn these things? Do they learn it through their workplaces? How do they learn it?
There are so many resources available. One of the best universities in the world is YouTube.
True.
YouTube is the best university. You can find every single thing on earth. That is one thing. GPT is another. Anything and everything is available. Coding, you can canvas the new things. Comes up in. You can just go and write code, and everything is possible. So you don't need to have but there again come if you want to have a set of, see now even the new tech giants and startups. They are all, they make it a passion or fashion that, there should be a dropout from the university.
True.
If you follow those 1, 2, 3 in the world, you see they are all dropouts. Then why should I go to university and talk about university syllabus where I can find myself into a place where I become a top gun?
But then again,
under them, those coders, those professionals, those managers, those blah, 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 all those people are educated, very well educated. IIT, IIM, this, that, so many.
But we need to give them a guidance actually how to be actually taught, and from why they can actually learn from any places, not only YouTube, different places there. But we need to give them a guide actually how the future is coming, and how to actually prepare for the future. So that guidance from our age, actually, we have to give it to them.
No, so the information super highway. This is what is the world is now. Information super highway is open for everyone. I cannot tell my son, man, don't do this. Why? He'll ask the question, why? In your time, Baba, in your time, it was not there. Doesn't mean that I should, in your time, it was not there. It doesn't mean that I should not go for it. How will you stop me? My school says, bring the tab. Then how can you stop me? Where will I learn this? My friend knows these things. My colleagues, they all know this. Where I will be tomorrow. What is the answer? How can you control?
No,
it's all about.
No, I'm not saying
here
about the control.
No.
It is guiding.
Yeah, here comes that there are certain parents. They say, no, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. They jump out of that cage, and kids will go wrong many times. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Rather, you become a friend of your. There is coming the human touch, molding your kid with a human touch, rather than stopping them doing it. Be a friend to them. Take care of those things and be one. See, this is again, like the ancient mothers, the olden mothers, they say, when their kids goes up to 8th standard, grade 8, 10, they're out.
Okay.
They don't know what the student is studying. In the same way, the parents now should be aware of the new technology.
No, definitely.
They should learn. They should, especially not to learn the LLM, not to learn the machine learning, not learn these things. But
what is happening actually
yes,
with
at
that
least
thing?
what is going on, what tool they are using, how they are using.
Yeah.
This awareness you have to do research. You have to spend your time on
That's
that.
really good advice.
It is a must because you have to be head in head. Hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder. Your age is not your problem.
True.
Your age is not your problem. You are already born. It is not our problem. We cannot delete it. We cannot undo. The only thing undo is that your age and your eating. We cannot undo our eating. Once you eat, I feel always like there should be a technology.
What
that
once I eat, actually?
Once you eat, I should be able to delete it. And then again I can eat the new thing. Then every hour I can eat, But there is no technology to delete, undo your eatings.
Yeah.
So
Till now.
Yeah, I know. So that is where you come up with the kids and your daughter, son, or whoever it is. You don't advise them. Nobody wants your advice, man.
True.
Advice is the most difficult thing someone can digest.
That's very well put.
It's true. I don't take advice. I don't give advice. If you say advice, Buddha, what is it doing? I know that already. Why you are advising? Tell something which I don't know. This is their attitude. Baba, tell something which I don't know. Whatever you are talking, it's there online. It's there here and there. You are talking wrong. I am right. This is the information latest. You don't know about it.
Mr. Munir, Mr. Rajiv, thank you so much for joining in today and sharing your wonderful insights. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We'll be continuing our conversation with Mr. Munir and Mr. Rajiv in our next episode. So stay tuned.